Alright guys, welcome back to fan art short stories, or fan art stories, or whatever the hell I'm calling this. Anyway, this is a special segment which I randomly pick out 6 fan art pictures of my choosing. Keep in mind guys, like I said before, this is something I do myself. I pick out the fan art pictures. It's all crossover fan art, by the way. And I basically look at the picture and think of like a short backstory to it, like a little plot to it. And that's about it. Just something fun, shits and giggles, all this and that. So anyway, I picked out 6 new fan art crossover pictures that I think I can think of a plot line, at least something plausible, behind it. And let's start this off with one I really want to talk about. Doctor Who and Fantastic Four. So I'm looking at this picture, and alright, so here's what I got thinking of it. Okay, so the Doctor and Amy, this is 11th Doctor. The Doctor and Amy are captured by Doctor Doom. Why did I say the Doctor Doom? By Doctor Doom. And he basically intends on merging the Cosmic Cube with the heart of the TARDIS to basically rewrite and recreate all of time and space itself, so there can only be Doom. Doom was the only superpowered being ever. He'll stop the creation of the Fantastic Four, he'll stop the creation of Spider-Man, Captain America, everyone. He'll be the first person out there. No other Marvel hero or Marvel character at all that anything superpowered or any character that could even possibly be a threat to him, he's going to rewrite it, and with the power of the heart of the TARDIS mixed with the power of the Cosmic Cube, and just rewrite it where it is only Doom. Doom is the only superpowered person. No Ghost Rider, no Silver Surfer, no Galactus either. Just him, and him ruling the world. So, of course, the Doctor can't allow that, and neither can the Fantastic Four, so this breaks out. Now, the Doctor's not a physical person, but he'll try his damnedest to keep Doom from destroying everything, all of reality. Basically, what he intends to do, because Doom thinks, oh yeah, I can just totally rewrite reality and it's going to be fine. I'm going to be the only one with powers, quote unquote. I'm going to be the only super genius. No one's going to stand up to me. What he doesn't realize is that what he plans to do is going to annihilate reality itself, and not just the Marvel Universe, everything, with all that power put together. So the Doctor and the Fantastic Four can't have that, and this little ditty ensues. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I think looks like would happen in this picture right here. So moving on to. All right, this picture is a Gargoyles and Jim Henson's Labyrinth crossover. This is Xanatos and Owen talking to Jareth the Goblin King. So let me see what I can think of real quick looking at this picture. Okay, so Xanatos basically wants another ally. He wants somehow to take down the Gargoyles. So he summons Jareth, who doesn't really care much for gargoyles either. Probably like a backstory like gargoyles chased away the goblins from the human world a long time ago, and now Jareth would love nothing more than to kill some gargoyles. So Xanatos is basically, asking for Jareth's alliance to, take it down the Manhattan Clan, hunt down Demona, bring them to the Labyrinth, and throw everything you got at them. And I think it'd be kind of cool to have the gargoyles just, the Gargoyles, as well as Elisa and Demona, and any other rival to Xanatos, just thrown into the Labyrinth, basically. And you could probably, you could argue, what they can fly. That's the problem. They can fly. Probably Jareth would put a spell like a dome to keep them from flying. They have to figure it out without the power of their wings. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of this picture. And of course, Xanatos in this picture looks like, yeah, he's talking to Jareth with, it could be like he's talking to him with respect. He's royalty, and he needs this guy's alliance. So, yeah, and you can probably see, and definitely see in this picture that Jareth is leaning against the wall, and he looks interested in, taking down some gargoyles as well. So, anyway, moving on. Alright, so, the next crossovers you can see right here is kind of basically some fake covers of X-Men Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossovers. So for this, I'm thinking, and yes, I think this would be pretty awesome, and IDW and Marvel have crossed over before, so Marvel, IDW, X-Men Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, please. And IDW, you like to cross over with IDW likes to cross over with everything, so this could be possible. I mean, Marvel would probably like to do another crossover, and the last one they did with Avengers and Transformers was eh. So get the right writer, and Mutant Ninja Turtles with the X-Men. Yeah, I'm in for it. But my idea for what I'm looking at this is the new corporation for the Sentinel program has called in Baxter Stockman, the creator of the Mousers, to create a new form of Sentinels with Mouser technology. So, upon hearing this, the Ninja Turtles in secret are like, oh man, Stockman, if he gets a hold of Sentinels, he's gonna turn them on not only the people he's working for, he's gonna use them for his own personal gain, and then he's gonna come after us. So the Turtles are gonna go would go out of their sewers and basically hunt down Baxter Stockman to go look for him before he hits them with new empowered Sentinels. Also, the X-Men, pick your poison, because thanks to Schism, and I will admit Schism was awesome, despite my doubts, I was actually on the fence about it, and then, wow, it impressed me. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. The X-Men, I don't know what team you could use. It would actually, I don't know what kind of team, which team you'd use, either Scott, despite, I'm showing off the cover with all these people on it, but personally, I don't know if it could be Scott or Logan's team. You guys tell me which you would rather see the Ninja Turtles team up with. Either Scott's team or Logan's team. Personally, I think they'd get along better with Logan's team. So the X-Men are also after trying to stop, they've heard about this Baxter Stockman guy, and they know he's nothing but bad news, and if he helps design these new Sentinels, it's just going to be hell all over again, and that's kind of the driving point of what caused Schism. So Logan is basically like, no, we got to stop this now. So Logan takes the X-Men, his X-Men, and they come across the Turtles, and it's basically, I don't know you, you don't know me kind of thing. And in the middle of all this, Baxter Stockman is basically building these new Sentinels and new Mouser Sentinels. His Mousers implanted with Sentinel technology. So that's just a whole new can of shit right there. So that's basically what I thought of. And again, I think this crossover is very possible. IDW they've been really enjoying crossovers lately. They've been crossing over with everything. We're getting Star Trek and Doctor Who. We're getting G.I. Joe with Danger Girl. We're also getting we got Star Trek and Legion of Superheroes, all kinds of stuff, guys. And IDW, I think, just really wants to cross over with everything, so props to them. So hopefully you guys can get back with Marvel. And again, these are fake covers, you can tell, of the Marvel Mirage comics stuff. But again, I really think it would be cool to see X-Men meet the Turtles. Hell, I'd also like to see the Turtles meet Spider-Man. Or if you want to go other way, for DC, I know I'm getting off topic, but if I could pick one for DC, Ninja Turtles and Batman, I'd like to see how that's done. Or, I don't know, but definitely X-Men or Spider-Man if I'm going to pick Marvel. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that little short story right there, and we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, so this one is going to be fun. If you can tell by this picture, this is a Yu Yu Hakusho and the real Ghostbusters cartoon. The real Ghostbusters, of course, I'm referring to the 80s cartoon. So, let's see what I can think of for this one. Alright, so for this one, there's this new spirit. Well, not new spirit. There's this spirit, this evil spirit who breaks out of his prison in the spirit world, and he escapes and goes into goes to Earth, specifically New York, and possesses Egon. If you can tell by that picture, Egon is basically possessed. up there in the upper left corner. Egon he takes over Egon's body, and he's just wrecking havoc. He's released all the ghosts the Ghostbusters have captured, and now he's basically got an army of spirits ready to conquer New York and then rest of the world. Meanwhile, back in the spirit world, Koenma summons Yusuke and his friends, and basically tells him, you know, this spirit has taken over, is beginning a hostile takeover of Earth. You've got to get down there and stop him by any means necessary. So Yusuke and his friends go down to Earth, and you know, Yusuke and all of his friends and encounter the Ghostbusters, who, you know, they don't know what to think of this. You know, one of their closest friends has been taken over by a spirit. You know, how are they going to deal with this? And to top that off, the Yusuke and his friends are basically, you know, they're at the option of, we could kill him, and this madness could stop. And of course, no one's liking the idea of killing one of their closest friends. So it's a very odd team up, indeed. But I saw this picture, I was like, oh yeah, I bet I could think of something crazy for this one. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Now, this one is a fan art cover of a Batman Tomb Raider crossover. And I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I bet I could think of something for this. So, Batman and Tomb Raider crossover. Ah, man. Alright, so we got Lara Croft, she's in Gotham, and she's basically following the history of Gotham. She's looking for these artifacts. She's been asked by the mayor of Gotham to basically dig up some parts of Gotham's past, like its inception, you know, how Gotham came to be, and there's these relics and scrolls and other things that could possibly help, you know, determine what exactly was the formation of Gotham, because there is a lot of shady, there's a really shady past, just, you know, despite the founding families, the Waynes, the Elliots, the Cobblepots, and a few other families, the inception of Gotham is still kind of shady. So Laura's been asked to, you know, discover its past, and she comes across Batman, who's also, you know, he's still dealing with the Court of Owls. In fact, if this was an actual comic, the Court of Owls would be a great villain for this, since they have such heavy ties to Gotham's past. So I would definitely have that as the Court of Owls as the main villain in here. And just seeing Lara Croft and Batman working together would just be awesome. So there's a general plot right there, guys. Alright, so for this fan art comic cover picture, it's a fan art cover for, I guess, a comic or something. Remember, it's just fan art, you can tell. This is Sailor Moon and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Alright, for this one, Rita and Zed are tired of just throwing monsters at the Rangers. They've realized, you know, we can't do this. You know, we throw monsters at the Rangers, they just cut them down. So Lord Zed gives in and says, you know what, we need help. But I know just the person to help us out. So they go to Japan and contact Queen Beryl. Yes, I would set this, I'm setting this in Sailor Moon history, well, continuity, excuse me, in Sailor Moon continuity, the first season, with, the first part of the first season, with Queen Beryl and the Sailor Scouts, or the Sailor Soldiers, pardon me, just still learning how to use their powers. So I'd have Rita and Zed going to Queen Beryl, is like, can you help us destroy the Power Rangers? He's like, in typical supervillain fashion, Queen Beryl would be like, of course, I can help you destroy the Rangers, but you must help me destroy the Sailor Moon and her friends. You're probably wondering, yes, that is kind of cheesy dialogue, but Power Rangers was built off that, and I don't mind. So, Power Rangers and Sailor Scouts meet. That'd actually be kind of cool, seeing the Sailor Scouts or Sailor Soldiers take on putties. I think that'd be kind of cool. Of course, I think I'd also have Tuxedo Mask and Tommy as the Green Ranger. I like the White Ranger and all. I think when he was the White Ranger was cool, but sure as hell, I thought Tommy was cooler as the Green Ranger. Nothing against the White Ranger, but Tiger Zord, Dragon Zord. Gonna go with Dragon Zord on that one. So, that's my general plot for that story. I think it'd be pretty cool seeing them all together. In fact, I could actually see the Usagi, I'm going to be referring to instead of her English dub name, Serena, Usagi looking up, and the rest of her friends looking up in awe of the Megazord and the Dragon Zord. Just basically like, why can't we have that? We have powers. Why don't we get awesome? Why don't we get awesome dinosaurs that turn into a giant robot? I think that'd just be hilarious. That'd just be a hilarious scene of Usagi and the rest of her friends just in awe of the Megazord. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all my plots for all the stories. You guys tell me what you think. And again, this is just me having fun with all these fan art pictures. Again, just I'm gonna pick out the ones I want to do, and it's not gonna have this segment's not gonna have a set date. It's just gonna be whenever I feel like it. This segment's just gonna pop up whenever. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, you guys tell me what you think of all this, and